guys, welcome back to my channel. Hi, what's up? My name is Lindsay. Welcome back. So in today's video, I'm doing something a little bit different. I wanted to share with you guys some fun facts about me that you guys might not know. So this is gonna be a little bit of kind of like a get to know me story time kind of video. So I hope you guys enjoy and let's get to it. All right, so first fact, my name is Linseydemontes. People call me Lindsay just because it's easier, but my mom, my family, my sisters, they call me Lindsay. I was born in Honduras and then I came here to the United States when I was 3-4 years old. Yeah. How many siblings do I have? So I have a total of 4 sisters and a brother. I am the oldest, and then I have twins, a set of twin sisters, Rosa, Lillian. Then I have my youngest sister, which is Ruth, and then another sister, her name is Rebecca, and then my brother, whose name is Sam. So it's 7 of them. Another fact, where do I live? I live in LA, county of LA, but I live in the Valley. Where did I go to high school? I went to high school, Van Nuys High School, and I graduated there in 2006. Oh my goodness, we're in 2019, so it's been like over 13 years ago. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so I went to school. I graduated from Van Nuys High School. Go Wolves! Yeah. Okay, and then after high school, where did I go to college? I went to college in South Carolina. So I literally didn't know anyone, and I went cold turkey to South Carolina. And then I went there for a little bit over 2 years. The school that I went to is called Bob Jones University. So I went there. It was a Christian school. I had fun. It was like a really nice experience. It's really different from, you know, LA. We're kind of crazy here. Over there, you have to follow the rules. So it's just a little different. So I lived there in South Carolina for 2 years, on and off. I would come and fly over for like Christmas, summer, and then I would go back to school. So that was a really fun experience. I really enjoyed it. Next, what do I do for fun? I love to go on road trips. Like, I don't love to drive. My boyfriend really loves driving and stuff. I love being the passenger because, you know, I get to talk to him. We get to like drive through really pretty parts of the city, different states and stuff. I get to sleep. So I really love it. He loves driving and he doesn't mind it. So I'm just there, you know, the passenger, which I love. So we really love going to national parks. We've been to Yosemite, we've been to Zion, we've been to Sequoia. We pretty much love hiking or just, you know, doing outdoorsy stuff, adventuring, whitewater rafting, bungee jumping, so we like doing all that stuff. Favorite animal, like if you know me, you know, oh my goodness, I love dogs. Like I feel that sometimes we don't deserve dogs. So they're like the most loyal, cutest thing ever. Like, I don't know, they just like warm my heart. Okay, so the next thing is, what's the scariest thing you've done? I think the scariest thing I've done, I don't know if you would call it bungee jumping, but you know, like, I don't know if you guys, I'm sure a lot of you guys have been to Six Flags. You know how like they have the Daredevil jump thing? I've done that. So it's kind of like bungee jumping, not really, but I think that's like the scariest stuff that I've done. I did it twice. So it was me and my sisters. We used to love going to Six Flags, a bunch of our friends and stuff. And then Kidal, which is my fiance, boyfriend. So we went and such a funny part because he was like, we were just like walking around, you know, about to get on like on rides and stuff. So we actually passed by the bungee jumping and we saw some people jump and stuff. We're like, oh, that looks cool, whatever. So then my boyfriend is like, come on, let's go do it. And we're all like, nah, like you won't do it, whatever. So then he was like, no, let's go do it. So then I have this thing of like when I don't want to do stuff or when I'm scared to do something, I usually just tell you, okay, yeah, when we come back, you know, we'll just go to this ride and then we'll come back and we'll do it. I have this thing of like doing that, trying to avoid actually jumping. But he was like, no, let's do it right now, right now. And then my little sister Ruth, if you know her, she's like a daredevil. She was like, all right, let's go. You know, let's go right now. So then, like, she caught all of us by surprise. Like, it was like really funny because she's like, yeah, let's go. So she literally started making line, and you can see Kiddo's face, like, because he was kidding. He just wanted to, like, you know, seem tough or whatever, but it kind of like backfired on him. So whatever. So then she's like, come on, let's go. And then because everyone was saying, yeah, let's go do it, I didn't want to be like the little chicken girl and be like, I don't want to go. So I was like, okay, fine. We're like making lines, so we go. And then I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna like die, you know. And then my dad didn't even know that we were doing this. So then after we get home and we told my dad, we're like, oh Dad, we jumped. And my dad is like, you know, niñas, like, why are you guys jumping and all that stuff. But I think he was proud because since we were little, my dad would always, like, you know, tell us to jump off of rocks into rivers. He would tell us to go cliff jumping, to go on like the biggest roller coasters and everything. So because of my dad, we, like, all of my sisters and I, we love doing that. We love being outdoorsy because of him. So whatever. So we're like making line and we're like on the way up top. And then if you know, they kind of like, not sit you, but they kind of like place you based on weight. So then because I was like bigger, I was in the middle, then it was my boyfriend Cadell, and then my little sister on the other side to kind of like balance the weight and stuff. So we're like going upstairs, and then one of the people that were on my side had to like pull the thing. So then I was like, whatever we do, I was like, I am not pulling that thing. So my little sister's like, sure, fine, I'll pull it. So we're like, okay. So we're literally up there and they're counting. They're like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then Ruth like pulls it, and we like literally dive. And I literally thought I was gonna die. I was like super scared. And then after, like, you know, the whole thing finished, it was like really fun. That's why I did it like the second time with like my other sister and like her boyfriend. So it was like really fun. So then later on, Cadell was like, dude, I was like totally kidding. Like, I didn't think you guys were gonna do it. And then when Ruth was like, hey, let's go, you know, like, let's go do it, he was like, oh crap. It was like the funniest thing. But I think that was like actually the scariest thing I've done. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and move on. What do I like to watch on TV? I love watching like crime shows. Like, I am obsessed with like murder. I know it sounds a little creepy, but I'm like obsessed with the way, you know, like people think, like the way murderers think. Like, I'm like so intrigued as to why people do the things they do. So I really love watching like First 48 or Killer Women, or, you know, like things in the ID channel. So I'm like super obsessed with that, with like detective. I feel like if I were to go back to school, I would really love to look into that, you know. But I am like super obsessed with like crime, killers, like serial killers. I don't know, I'm just super intrigued. How many states have you visited? So since I love to do road trips, I visited so far 10 states. So I've been to, so I live in LA. I've been to Utah, Colorado, Washington, Oregon, Arizona, Nevada, Georgia, Miami, and South Carolina. So those are the states that I've been to. I still want to pretty much do all 50 states if I can. So that's one of the things that I am looking forward to. I just love, you know, being in a new city, being in a new place, and just, you know, trying to soak up the culture, just see the world. I don't know, that like really makes me super happy. Like, if I have all the money in the world, I would travel. Like, that would make me so happy. I feel like for me, creating memories, going to places, just sharing special moments with people makes me like super happy. The person that I love to travel with the most is my youngest sister and her fiance. Like, we pretty much love to do outdoorsy stuff and just, you know, go out and stuff and just explore. And I feel like her and her fiance are like the perfect couple for us. Yeah, with them we've done whitewater rafting. We've hiked like Angel's Landing at Zion. We've done the Narrows. We've done Yosemite. Been to Lake Tahoe. Oh my goodness, Lake Tahoe is beautiful. You guys should like definitely go like during the summer. It is beautiful. White crystal clear. White crystal. Oh my god. White crystal clear water. It's beautiful. And then from LA, it's literally like what, I think 6-7 hours, which is not bad. But yeah, it's beautiful. What am I scared of? One of the things that I am terrified about, even though I love doing outdoorsy stuff and just, you know, just being out in nature, like one of the things that I am terrified about is open water. Like, I am terrified of open water. So there was this one time, I have to tell you guys this story. So there was this one time, my sister and I, me and Ruth, we were bored. It was a Saturday and it was like the summer. It was during summertime. And I was bored. So my boyfriend was working on Saturday and I was home alone, and I was like, what am I gonna do home alone? You know, like I'm gonna go and see my sister. So then I go to my mom's house and I go see Ruth, and I'm like, hey dude, let's go do something, you know? Let's just go do something. Like, I don't want to be home. So she was like, okay. She said, let's just go drive, you know, PCAs. Let's just go see what there's out there to do. And I was like, okay, let's go. So then we literally just, you know, packed our bags, and then we went and we drove and we went to the beach. So we were driving, and then my sister sees like a little beach hut. Well, like a beach store, you know, where you can rent, where you can kayak or rent paddleboards. So she was like, hey dude, let's go kayaking. And I was like, okay. And it was like such a beautiful day. It was like beautiful. So I was like, dude, let's go. So we're literally in Malibu. And she's like, okay. She's like, well, we're gonna go ahead and just get, you know, the kayaks, and then we're just gonna go. So it was like the first time that we've actually done anything like that, like her and I. So we get our stuff, and they're like, okay, you know, you guys have 2 hours, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, just after 2 hours, come back, return everything. And then you guys are good. So we go, we walk. They push us into the beach, right? So we're literally in like open water. So I'm like, you know, I'm paddling. Ruth is in front and I'm in the back. So we're paddling, and then I'm like, oh, you know, it's cool, whatever. Just paddling, and then just going, passing the pier. So I was just like a little nervous. I'm like, what happens if, you know, this thing flips over or whatever? I was just trying to take my mind off of that, just because like I just don't like being in open water, just because I freak out. So whatever. So then we're like there, and we're like taking selfies, and we're like doing Snapchat. So then I was like, hey dude, I wanted to take a picture of like both of us like in the ocean, but you know, like how can we do it? Like you really can't. Like if you're sitting in a kayak, your arm doesn't reach far enough to grab like the whole, you know, your whole kayak, or like both of you guys. So my sister's like, hey, let's just go and like let's swim towards someone and tell them to take a picture. So then we go, and then literally we're kind of like out in the open. There was like no one until like really far off. So my sister's like, okay, let's paddle really fast, because like I think our 2 hours like we're running out or something. She's like, okay, so let's paddle really fast. And then they just asked someone to take a picture, and then we'll just go. And I was like, okay. So we're literally paddling, dude. So we're like going like, we get into this rhythm, and we're like, you know, so we get into the rhythm. And then I tell Alex, dude, we're doing so good. You know, we're actually paddling, we're moving, whatever. As soon as I said that, like a wave came, or I don't know what the heck happened. I don't know if the wind picked us up or we were going too fast or something. We flipped over, and I had a waterproof phone case, and I had it attached to my wrist, and then my sister had her phone just like, it wasn't even attached to anything. She had also a waterproof case, but her phone was just on top of her legs. So when we flipped over, she saw her phone like sink, right? So I panicked and she was like, I'm gonna take out my jacket, I'm gonna go and dive in. And dude, this is Malibu, like you cannot see anything. So I'm like, Alex, I'm like, don't go. So she takes it off and I'm like, and I freak out. I'm like, Alex, don't take your life vest. So I like scream at her and I'm like, no, you know, and she's about to go and like dive down there for her phone. And then after that, I like start having a panic attack. Like I literally cannot breathe and I start like hyperventilating and I'm just like, and I'm like freaking out. And then my sister Ruth, she was like, snap out of it. She was like, you have a freaking life vest on, you're not gonna drown. She's like, my phone is drowning. And I was just like, as soon as she said like snap out of it, like I literally just like snapped out of it. And I was just like it was like the funniest thing ever. Like when she tells it, she like tells it so funny, but dude, I was like dying. Like I was freaking out because I was like, dude, we flipped, how are we gonna get back to shore? And I was just like freaking out. But she was just like, she's like, I don't have a phone, my phone is in the bottom of the ocean, and then everything. So then I'm like, no dude, it's okay, I have my phone, we're so good, right? So as soon as we are like making our way back to the car, I like try to like turn on my phone and I'm like, hey, my phone doesn't turn on. So I'm like, you know, pressing it and stuff. Apparently my waterproof case had a hole on like the main button, so water was just like going in and out like the whole day, and it fried my phone. So we were literally with no phones left, and I was like we were thinking like, dude, my mom's gonna be super worried, like we need to tell her it's okay, everything's fine, you know, we just don't have phones or whatever. So then we're like literally trying to like figure out how we're gonna call my mom. So we like stopped by one of the restaurants where they have valet. And then my sister was like, hey, can we use our phone, you know, just to call my mom to tell her we're okay? We like, our phones fell in the ocean and blah, blah, blah. So then the guy like lets us call our mom. And then we're like, Mom, we're okay, you know, we don't have phones, but we're gonna be home right now. And my mom is like, oh, okay. Like she wasn't even like worried or anything, but it was because like, you know, she knew we were like together and stuff. But we're all thinking like, dude, my mom is worried. What about if she's calling us and we don't answer the phone and blah, blah, blah. But it was like the funniest thing. And that was like one of my memories that I have with my sister that I love, because out of nowhere, we just like, you know, went and did something fun that we've never done. That was like, that's one of like my main fears, is just open water. So just the fact that I was just in an open water, and you know, it's the ocean, like there could have been sharks. Alright guys, well that completes the video. Thank you so much for taking the time just to get to know me a little better. So if you guys are new to my channel, welcome. And if you guys are not yet subscribed, please just go ahead and click the link down below. Just go ahead and click subscribe, and also just hit the notification bell just so you're aware whenever I do upload. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye. You guys should have seen me when I was like in the water. I was like dying.